What a menagerie of marvellously magical people. Tonight, live from the Night Owl in Finchley Park, Ayo Fawole presents, in conjunction with Global City Productions and Cut the Chat, a poetry evening like no other. Tonight, this is the poet behind the mic. Love it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. We have an amazing array of artists for you tonight. And it doesn't stop there, because you're going to get an insight to the poet behind the mic. You'll be able to ask the poets questions about why they started writing poetry, what they like about poetry, and just what their problems are based on, basically. So please don't be shy. Enjoy yourselves. I'm going to kick it off for you right now. Smile. Man, woman, or child. We're only here for a while. It's a test. It's a journey. It's a trial. Civilized, domesticated, or wild. Smile. Transfer positive energy. Not enough time to have enemies. Enjoy nature like David Bellamy did. If you see someone down, give. It doesn't take much to brighten them up. Smile from the heart. Laugh from the gut. Loving is an art. Humans have grown apart, consumed by daily chores, envy, greed, desire, always looking for more, things we don't need. Worrying about things that ain't happen, while positive feelings we're trapping inside. It's your body, don't defile it, smile from it. It's your life, don't run from it, have fun with it. The next time you walk down the street, you see another human and your eyes meet. Smile. Man, woman, or child. We're only here for a while. And if they don't smile back, so what? Smiling makes you happy, whether they do it or not. Thank you. Very hot up here. I'm going to take this jumper off. Sorry, guys. Okay, can I welcome to the stage someone who's not on the bill, but we're putting her on the bill. Jem, you want to come up to the stage for me, please? Yeah, I thought you give me thumbs up. I said, are you ready? You said, yeah. If you're not ready, you stay there. I'll tell you what. You come up or you're not coming up. All right, you stay there. I'll do one more poem for you. Then we'll get you up and then we'll get the lineup up. Yeah, is that okay? Cool. Just to let you know, I have a podcast called Life Talks. We're reaching the 100th episode really soon. It's on YouTube. Please tune in. There is tickets for the 100th episode. It's live. It's going to be amazing. Please grab your ticket while you can. Poetry is something that's helped me for a lot of things in my life. And it's a way to construe certain energy without having certain opinions cast upon yourself. You just let it go. Quite recently, there's someone close to us has taken their own life, basically, because they was in a very dark place. Now, I don't know what any of you go through in your life on a daily basis, but I know it's not easy for anyone right now. So this poem is an ode to my friend who isn't here anymore, Warren. And it's also just for anyone who's going through anything, just to let you know, this is just how I feel anyway. I'm just going to give you the poem and then we're going to carry on the evening. It's a bit emotional, so I'm just going to let it go. Yeah? How we look isn't necessarily how we feel. How can you tell if anything is actually real? False advertisement is rife. People have even less chance of figuring out their meaning to life. Because everywhere you look, there are different distractions, concocted of false attractions. No time to make connection to who you really are. We've lost direction. Jesus, please, drive the car. How we look isn't necessarily how we feel. People are lonely. Isolation can kill. It's real. You might be cool with solitude. Not everyone feels like this. So many could do with a hug, some empathy, sympathy, understanding, love, a kiss. Someone to really listen. A real friend, one to play their position. Notice changes, support, have an intuition. Take a moment to peel back the cover. Take a look under my cloak. See a different me, one that's begun to choke on life. Can't get anything right. Chest is tight. Not thinking clearly. Not clear to those near and dear to me. Clearly suicidal tendencies. No one's defending me. Many condemning me because of what they see. Thinking I'm good, but I'm not. The block is hot. Hear me, I'm screaming. Desperately in need of healing. But I look okay on the outside. Pride, swagger, and style. Take your eyes for a ride. I mean, you know what your life's like. So at least some of you must understand my perpetual journey from darkness to light. Because once you're here, you're here. Shit happens. Make it through. You're on your own, kids. It's hard for real. Believe it's true. Next time you see a friend, ask, how do you do? How did you get through your recent challenges? Offer a kind word. Do what you can to help manage it. Life's a game, but it don't play. Make them feel heard. To some it's absurd, but you'd be surprised what helps. So many are broken, disheartened, disillusioned, lost, longing, trying hard but getting it wrong, and it's long. So much confusion. Don't believe the illusion. Forget sight. Listen to my words. You can see how I look, but that's not necessarily how I feel. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was a bit, yeah, as you can see I'm sweating. It's a bit emotional for me. Like, I want to welcome to the stage the first poet behind the mic, Lester Mendes Gomez. Yeah? Lester Gomez Mendes. Please give it up for Lester Gomez Mendes, the poet behind the mic. I apologize for messing up your name, my brother. Come up here and do your thing. Sorry, sir.
Medina.
Huh? Medina. Can you say it for me?
Lester Gomez Medina.
Thank you.
Yes.
And how do you explain to me how your name was derived, what it's built up of?
Well, my name, it's an English word. I come from Latin America. How can you explain that? Leicester Square, Leicester City. But Gomez is that surname, and Medina is mom. So both. That's why.
Fantastic. I'm going to give you the mic. You do your thing when you talk afterwards. Thank you. Lester Gomez
Medina.
Thank you.
I'm going to share with you two pieces. First one, let me just contextualize a little bit. The first one, I called my sister yesterday, on Monday, by the way, yes, bank holiday. And one of them told me, "Oh, Lester, how are you? We haven't heard from you in a long time." I said, "I'm sorry, yes, true." I called my other sister and it was the same. And then I called my mom and she didn't reply. I sensed something like, why is she not replying? So I called her partner, and after talking with him, I asked him, is mom there? And she said, yes. Can I speak to her? And she said, I don't want to speak to you. Fair enough. I haven't talked to her like in 2 months, texted her. I haven't seen her in 6 years. This is when poetry comes into our life and uses us to say things that come from the heart. It's her birthday today. And I'm going to dedicate this poem to her. She doesn't even know this poem exists. At some point, I'm going to translate it into Spanish. It's called Styles. I wonder about your style. Where did it come from? Your father? Your grandmother? There was a time when your hand was led by rough strength, when using the brush, imposing patterns like scars, missing perspective, respect for your canvases. Maybe life wasn't the source of every single one of your sketches in your attempt to achieve a masterpiece. No, it wasn't life. Nor the vultures gliding, elevating to the skies at the expense of your talents, gliding above, blocking the sunlight. No, it wasn't that. But the lack of honest feedback when you needed it most. The effect of influences hanging over you for years were one day revealed. You could see those shadows. Then you started adjusting your style. I witnessed it all. You said sorry. A sorry that lasted. A sorry that made your word gentler, more polished, insightful. A sorry that crafted your style into art that no one can imitate, free from your father's influence and all his predecessors. As far I go back in time, I still see the moment when you told me, son, we are leaving the country. Although you never asked for my feedback, to this day I still believe your decision to take us away, to keep us safe, was your greatest masterpiece. Happy birthday, Mom. Thank you. Oof, I feel that. One sec, please. You want to know a little bit about myself? I was born in a city called León, which is the word in Spanish for lion in English, and in a country called Nicaragua, which is next to Costa Rica, where I grew up. Is right at the heart, or in the heart of Central America. I'm proud to say also that I was brought up by tough queens, lionesses, mom, older sisters, aunties. So my next piece has a brief introduction on the voice of my two grannies. One of them asked for my name, to be called Lester. And the other one, I didn't meet them, but I just imagined that this would be what they could tell me. Should we ignore that? I don't know. That's your phone, probably. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Relax. Yes. 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 Anyway, it's okay. All right. It's all right. So, my next piece has a brief introduction, as I was saying, in which I just picture my two grannies saying this to me. You will hear two different voices. This piece is called The Lion King. Look, cub, we are all born queens and kings. But to wear a crown and rule your own life, we got to work through and sweat for every penny at every job we have to do. And the other one would say, remember, cultivate healthy relationships. Be tough when you have to and flexible when needed. Protect your peace with claws and teeth, with heart and intellect, even if the sun doesn't seem to rise. To rise. When the little cub was brought to this world, it wasn't as if he had been invited to paradise, a dream of land from which he would never get kicked out, an idealized savannah where food was going to be just there. Oh, look, a zebra, and it's not running away from me. I can just go and get it. No, it wasn't like that. When the little cub was brought to this world, it wasn't as if, yes, mommy and daddy already have a kingdom, so I am going to dedicate myself to travel the world, see America maybe, or Costa Rica, or even London, perhaps. It wasn't like that. In fact, when the little cub was born, he hadn't even opened his eyes when he was being introduced to the real world. Oh boy. He could smell all the struggle around. There was mom still in bed after tremendous labor at home because she wasn't able to get the support to make it to the hospital. There was the neighbor doctor who kindly came to help Mom. There was Auntie Gloria, who assisted the doctor, cut the little one's umbilical cord. Thank you very much, Auntie, by the way. And in the next room, Uncle Scar, wounded by alcohol, complaining, what's that all fuss about? There was all of that and more. But there was no alpha lion, no father king to protect the pride, to warn little cub about the danger at the elephant graveyard, the hyenas, and also to give him some advice for his first date. There was no sun rising yet. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. But time has passed, and the little cub has grown up and matured. He has learned how to sharpen his intellect and clothes. He has learned how to surround himself with friends that really care about him. He is here, ruling over his own life, wearing no one else but his own crown. He is here, roaring, sharing his story before you, lovely crowd. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.
Lester, thank you so much. That was beautiful, mate. Beautiful. One more time for Lester, please. Please. Wow, I don't even know where to start, man. The first one, I felt the emotion in that as well. It was a lot. This is why I love poetry and sharing as well. Even as you are right now, I can feel your emotion. That's the reason we're doing this Poet Behind the Mic. I hear poetry. Yeah, you can woo as much as you like. Say that Poet Behind the Mic. Woo! Come on! It's like I share stuff and I go places. When I first met you, you shared a piece and it touched me, and I was curious to know who you are as a man and what drives you. And this is the reason for today. So I want to ask, what's the reason you write poetry?
I think I discovered poetry, or poetry discovered me. I have done language in the past, studies, and then I realized that I wanted to get in. I was engaged with narrative, writing short stories. And I wrote a short story once about one of my aunties. She died very young, but I was not happy with the way that piece spoke. So I tried with poetry, and it went well. So I think that poetry helped me to connect with people. Back in the day, it was basketball, and now it's poetry. I got a lot of friends. I have met a lot of people like yourself.
Yeah. Come on.
Lex, where is Lex?
Big Lex, yeah.
Yes.
Too big, man.
Arnie, Ryan, everybody, all of you. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I don't know if I answer your question.
Because that was a beautiful, eloquent answer. You answered it very, very well. Very, very well. You're going to be crying up here, mate. So, can we have a question from the audience, please? I'm a bit stifled today. So, anyone, questions from the audience for Lester, please? Anyone? Thank you, Kat. Everyone else is deadpan. Go on.
Who's the first person you show a new piece to?
Good question.
Myself.
Good answer.
That's a good question. I think on your journey as an artist, writing poetry especially, in my case it's different. It's because I'm attempting to write in English, a language that is not my first language. So, but I have learned that I can approach the idea in the first stimulus that it comes to me, okay? I learned about the word paddle, and for me that sounds beautiful. And you know what a paddle is, it's water accumulated on the ground, but that sounds beautiful, language. So I rely a lot on, I try to tackle the whole idea in English as much as I can, but when I can't go further, I will ask for help from the native. I'm just using you guys sometimes to make it better.
My man, I like that. I love it.
Yes.
Any other questions, guys? No? Lester, that was amazing. I don't want to ask you to come back another time, but that was Lester, the poet behind the mic. Give up for Lester, please, guys. And the full name again? Lester Gomez Medina. I want to say it right. That's why I had to ask him. Thank you, guys. You ready now? You sure? You sure now? That's not just you sure? Right, next, the poet behind the mic is Jem. Gemma? Listen, I'm messing up names today. Come up on the stage and say your name. I do apologize. But we're all family, so don't get angry with me, you know? You good? Ram's in the house. Come on. I'm going to start calling out people by name real soon. You, Big Blood Clot Ben. That's his name as well. Wait till he comes out. That's his name. Is it Big Blood Clot? But Big Ben, yeah, right. Jem, enjoy.
Thank you. My name's Djembe Poetry. Actually, up until about a week ago, I forgot that I was a poet, if that's even possible. I had a baby, and I've just haven't been on the stage for like a year, so I'm just suddenly here, and it's still not registering. Anyway, so I haven't rehearsed much, so I'm gonna try not to read from my phone, but I might end up kind of so. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a choice. So there's a poem called Anxiety, or there's Escapism Dressed in Glitter. Okay. Which one? Come on, man. Okay. Okay. Right. I guess I remember how it all begun. Escapism dressed in glitter, disguised as fun. Endless occasions to get drunk. Many days lost in the haze of some fine-ass skunk. Needing to get high just to get by? You know what I mean. Let's get some green, let's get tipsy and lean. But then there were the Class A's. Damn. Parties would last for days. But we were just good people with good vibes, getting high at drum and bass raves, skanking until 6 a.m. You see, there was unity in the counterculture, risky rebellion worn like a badge of honor. Counting down the days for the weekend to begin, excitement and adrenaline, drinking rum or gin, just hoping the bouncers would let us in. You see, strobe lights were portals to another dimension. Wait. You see, strobe lights were portals to another dimension. Yeah. Psychoactive LSD, Mandy and ecstasy. Big bassy speaker next to me. Yeah. Euphoria sparkled like electricity. Intoxicated by that syncopated sound, I'm sure I was floating above the ground. A sweaty hug with a fellow raver, fancy footwork with a stranger. Now these were the moments I lived for. Yeah, the chance to be free on the dance floor. But, big but. Not that big but. But, as I step into my 30s, with hindsight and honesty, you see, the truth can no longer be suppressed. The flip side of each party was come-downs, confusion, and anxiety. Yeah, the good times leave me feeling depressed. I'd say, right, it's time to pack it in, and this time, I really mean it. But 2 weeks later, and I'd be pulled back in, telling myself white lies I just couldn't admit. Aching for a sense of optimism, deceived by the devil of addiction. You see, it was escapism, dressed in glitter, disguised as fun. Getting high was just living out a fantasy, a quick fix to escape reality. Self-medication to cope with the stress, painful emotions, I was on the run from loneliness. Yeah. See, it took a long time for me to confess that childhood trauma, abandonment and distress created a perilous search for happiness. External validation had me seeking and chasing. But now I'm sober, it's myself I've started facing. Total sobriety has reclaimed my pride and dignity. Spiritual healing, meditation and poetry. You see, I'm no longer the victim of internal maladies because I face my demons and set myself free. Thank you. Woo!
Yeah, it's hot, it's hot. Thank you so much, that was amazing. Thank you so much. One more time for
Djembe poetry.
Djembe Poetry. Excuse my unprofessionalism, I'm not good with names. Don't go nowhere, where you going? Where you going? You know, this show's called, it's not called Poet and Run Away, it's called The Poet Behind the Mic. Like, you got to talk about you now, so...
That's a vulnerable piece there. I've got a lot of questions there about nights out, no?
Do we, audience, please? Anyone? Go on, Ryan Richardson in the house.
What was the pivotal point for you to go sober?
Oh. Yeah, messy times, man. I suppose coming to my 30s and just knowing that I was actually kind of getting fed up of going out, but then I was a bit maybe feeling like lonely at times, and then what I knew was to meet up with my mates, go out, Friday night, Saturday night was like the routine. And then I guess, yeah, just like I said, yeah, I used to get on it quite a lot when I was in my early 20s mostly, and then just was like, yeah, that it's got to be done. Like, just, I suppose the come downs, just having enough of them to know that you never want to do it again. But then 2 weeks later, again. And yeah, I won't want to go into details, but there was a bit of a bad event that happened. And I know that that bad event was kind of brought on by some of the bad choices that I'd been making, and then one thing after another, and then I was in a bad place. And I was like, right, that's it. So I'm kind of glad for the bad thing that happened, because that was the kick up the bum. And it's a shame sometimes that we cut corners on ourselves where we know we're meant to be doing X, Y, and Z because it's good for us. And we make small amounts of progress, but then it's like it takes something bad, really bad, to kind of make you take yourself seriously. And that's sad, really, that well, not everyone's the same, but a lot of us are, whether it's drugs or something else. Does that answer the question? Yeah. Okay.
What was the catalyst? I like that word. What was the catalyst for you to get up and perform your poetry in front of people? Because it's my knowledge that a lot of people write poems, but everyone performs them.
Oh, the catalyst. Okay, so
What drove you?
actually, when I was in secondary school, I was kind of scouted by this group that they kind of got us to do this poetry writing course. And then because me and my little poetry group, we did so well that we got put into a competition. And then that competition led to another competition. So when I was 16, I was performing in big places. But then it kind of stopped because I got into drugs. Or I just got into other things, I don't know. And then by the time I was about 30, I was like, well, I've got poems in a book. Okay. I've been on a stage, I can do this. And then I think it was, what's that night in Brixton above Ritzy?
Cincinnati or Cincinnati, I don't know.
No, above, there's a poetry night every other, Mind Over Matter. Yeah, and I went there, and I just was like buzzing with adrenaline watching everyone perform. And I went home and I was like, I'm going to practice these poems again. I need to like reread these and rewrite them. And then, yeah. So 10 years later,
Come up, yeah.
back on the stage.
Love that.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
For
Djembe Poetry.
Djembe Poetry. Give it up. The poet behind the mic, Djembe Poetry. Thank you. Next, the poet behind the mic is an amazing guy. I like him so much. Ryan Richardson, come up here, sir. When I heard this guy first perform, I was blown away, like all the other poets that are coming up today, and he's just got his own fashion and style. Ryan, put it wherever you want, mate. Do your thing. Mikasa, Sukasa. If you break it, Luke, if he breaks, nothing to do with me, I don't even know him.
Fine. You're a bad liar, Ayo. What's going on, people? I actually go by the name of Arcadia. Thanks, Ayo. I know you're forgetting names tonight. It's cool, man. You can if you want. It's cool. I've got a few poems for you guys tonight. I think I'm going to start with this one. It's about as political as I ever want to get. Here we go. Doing the eyes. It's called Suckers. I'm about to go for the jugular just like they do, because my blood is boiling. So how many sugars do you take? If it's none, that's fine. You're sure to feel some sort of buzz from the taste of my blood. And if you're hungry, well, here I am, man, ready for you to munch me. But you can't count on cannibals condoning the use of cutlery. If it was up to me, I'd stick a fork in all of them just to force the bored to be in awe of their boredom. And this is more than words. I swear on a border search, they wouldn't lock leeches into your lower legs and draw the curtains. Murderers making money while they're fucking families and feeding us fake facts. Carving out hate tracks, never carving a way back. Starting debates and demanding we pay tax. Look, man, I get it. We all chip in by putting our quids in, but funding them fuckers ain't what I signed up for. Nothing but blood lovers. Got us ducking in amongst covers. It's time we put garlic on a steak and take out all of these blood suckers. But not literally though, I ain't trying to start another Capitol Hill. You can't empty a war out of your head by entering another battlefield. Just work on doing what you love. And I promise you, a lot less stuff sucks. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my poems are quite short, so we'll get through them quick. It's cool. I'm going to let you guys get to know me a little bit better. This next one's called Just Me. Being extremely just in an unjust world just doesn't work like that. You have to fight fire with fire to a certain degree. But where could we be if all that we see was our soul? Well, if truth be told, godlike, in an off-white spotlight. You see, when I got high, that would knock my gobshite of a lost mind into top flight, so in turn this would stop life. A matter of urgency took over. A month sober stopped me from dying alive on the sofa. It's time I fight back by getting my life back with the most obvious life hack. Passion. I can't even begin to imagine what could happen if I start to fathom a new pattern and take action to climb up this chasm and try and pass the baton. Some really good shit, it turns out. You see, I had a lot of fun doing drugs, but more time the bad times outweighed the good. I would abuse my brain, use cocaine to soothe the pain so I could feel new again. But then I didn't know who I became. I just wasn't the same. So my battery ran flat. I'm sick of this damn act. Look how much stress you're going through. It's like you're living with Anne Frank. And for what? All because you had a hell of a bad sleep. I don't want to sound dramatic, but the way I felt, it was like my own version of hell until I found myself. Clarity of a conscious mind is key. So now, I use lines of poetry to release my dopamine and openly speak vocally about how I've only just noticed me. I don't know who can relate to this. I just hope you can take something away from it. Because I didn't think I could slip from the devil's grip until I got self-equipped with this mental shit. And then it all hit. I was never his bitch. I'm him. Thank you. So I don't know how much time I got left. I got 2. Is it cool for 2 more? Cheers, Dad. All right, this next one. Yeah. Weird transition to this poem, but fuck it. This next one's called Vulnerable. I knew there was a reason to sit here. It wasn't for me to speak. It was so I could discover who you are. I feel like I want to talk, but I'm scared to break someone else's heart. It's the repercussions of mine in shards. Nervous and imperfect when all I really want is to be of service to the things I think I do well. It's just as well you don't see them. I'm afraid to be attractive, but sometimes it's all I can think about. A narcissist arsonist, because he wants to burn his own reflection. I'm a catch for someone, but I think I should reel that line in. Designing, rhyming, and aligning timing can be used as lightning striking, providing that it's not too frightening. Chance to be a fine thing. It's painful trying to let go of the strings attached to this bow. In fact, they're broke. And I've only got one left. One last shot to connect. I may as well ingest a blow dart to check if there's no heart left. A lost boy who can't see because he grieves inside my dark chest. You could say I'm heartless. I just hope it's not a past tense when I say that there could be half left. A man scarred, but with unmarked flesh. Obsessed by a compass until he discovers that his wounds grow like fungus. They appear invisible until they're not. No wonder we want to drink a lot. Did I even take that last shot? I must have forgot. I'll just pretend like I'm not vulnerable until my heart starts to stop. Thank you. Alright, so I got some new shit. And it's my last piece. And it was basically written, I realised while I was writing it that it was, it's written for anyone that tried to suppress my personality in any way, shape or form. Consciously or subconsciously, man. It's an outlet for that. Alright, let's wrap it up. This is the immersive vermin, but it's only words that I'm hurting. A verse of detergent is worse than a surgeon ripping through your purse on your person. Tell me, where did the nerve go? You're searching for burnt toast, and you left your seat before the end of the first show. I'm coming from round yours, where I see you wear brown drawers, dousing your house with a batch of fucking profound chores. Let go of the tugboat if you think that you're cutthroat. You can't see further than the view of your pug nose. You sound a bit like me when I was hitting my teens, but back then I wasn't coming into my 30s. You're thirsty and dirty with hurt knees and legless. But why throw a party if you know that you're kegless? Reckless, pretentious, demented and senseless. If you've got more questions, I suggest you forget them. I've had enough of all of your stupid fucking suggestions. My pen lid's red with the blood of a friendship, so the ink that I spill is what I really connect with. But less of the lesson and intervention I'm setting. I'm writing these lines like I'm in a detention. If you want to dissect them, be aware of dimensions. It's just how I roll, I wasn't bred to be sectioned. Dismantle the gamble, that's a better investment. To be a boss type, speak beast, trying to give what the street needs. It's the rise of a man that's devising a plan so they can never defeat me. But with that said, I'm trying to build a simultaneous treaty and make a spiritual sandwich real greater than cheese, G. Everyone's a goat at that moment in time. But the way I'm going on, you think I'm speaking to find a divine life with the right wife. You'd be quite right, so I think it's time I let another legend take over this mic. I'm Arcadia. Thank you.
Come on. Can we hear one more time for Arcadia, please? I'll go right that time, right? I'll go right one more time. What are your questions for Arcadia, please, out there? I've got a few. Why did you start writing poetry?
I think it was a subconscious form of therapy, because I don't think at the time I knew I wanted to self-therapize. I don't know if that's a word. But fuck it, we're making up words tonight. Let's go. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I think, self-therapy, really. I think that's why. And obviously, because I just love it. I was rapping at the age of like 6 to So Solid Crew, Miss Dynamite, and do you know what I mean? And them ones there, like, didn't even know what rap was, but I was doing it. So clearly it's in me to do this. So I'm going to fucking do it.
Definitely. I like that. Yeah. Any questions from the audience, please? No?
Best moment in poetry so far?
Best what?
Your best moment. What's your best moment in poetry?
That's one question.
This one. I'm just thinking. I think it might be this one.
Come on.
Do you know what?
Mike, come on.
Do you know what? The best moment for me is actually just, I know it's a really boring answer, but it's just my life now. I always dreamed about how I'm living now, which is, by the way, Jem, sober. And I never thought I could do it. I always thought, fucking hell, like, how the fuck am I going to go over a weekend without fucking doing beers and gears? You know what I mean? It ain't going to happen. But turns out, here I am, I'm doing it. I'm nearly 3 months sober or something. I don't know. So, yeah, and my writing's doing its own thing. So, yeah, man, I'm living my dream right now. Believe it or not. I know I don't look like it. But yeah. So every day it gets a little bit better, Lex. So, yeah, nice question. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Oh, you have got crazy eyes. I'm going to do this. This Ryan Richardson, right? Sorry, Arcadia. I messed up, didn't I? First time I heard him, like I said, with Leicester and the people that are coming up, except for you, Kat, 'cause I'm going to hear you for the first time tonight. But they touch something inside me. That's what poetry does for me. And it's like you can connect with other people without actually having to connect with them in the room. And then we have conversations, and then we build alliances and relationships. And it's like I really enjoyed your poetry today, as I did yours, Leicester, and yours, Jem. But she's not listening. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Give us more for Arcadia.
Arcadia.
Arcadia. Thank you. Sometimes I want to scream, but I don't, because people will think I'm mad. Well, I am a bit, but isn't everyone? Doesn't everyone have a moment when they don't give a shit? A moment of madness when enough is enough, when the going gets tough and the tame get rough. We just want to let it out. Scream and fucking shout. Like, wrong toilet, mate. Where's he going? In the Green Mile. Problems compile. Pressure bust pipes. And we don't get to do what we like. And we don't like what we get to do. Sometimes I want to cry. Don't ask me why. I just do. Does that ever happen to you? Things get too much and your eyes give up and start to erupt. I choose to man up. Take my feelings and tuck. Way down deep. Soul to soul. Keep on moving. Don't stop like the hands of time. It's better to address your feelings. More time I subdue mine, which isn't good for the mind or the heart or the soul. And it causes me to lose control. Sometimes I want to scream. Ah! At the top of my lungs. And wait for the feds to come and fuck some up before they fuck me up and throw me in the back of the truck and remind me that I'm shit out of luck, because believe the struggle is real, and that causes me to feel the next emotions. Sometimes I want to cause a commotion, release my feelings wherever I am, throw my toys out the pram, act like a child, forget I'm a man. Hard for you to understand if you're not a man, because if you're not, you can cry when you want, lose it, then prove it wasn't your fault. Hormones or age. If it's me, it's just rage. I've learned how the game's played. Sometimes I want to scream, but I don't. Thank you. Good evening, latecomers. Good evening, latecomers. Good evening. Next on the stage, right behind the mic, we have Big Bad Blood Clot. Ben, come to the stage. Thank you. Some love for my brother up here. Now I got some love for my brother with the power behind the mic. Come on, yes, I'm saying. There's more people in the room now before. That's what's up. Get it to them, yeah?
Don't know. It's Big Ben in it, but on my Insta it's Big Bad Blood Clot Ben. That's why he's confused. But that was just me trying to look for a Big Ben that worked. And I thought, Blood Clot, just yeah. That's how I got there, innit? Anyway, I ain't really a poet. I'm a rapper, but same thing really, innit? Except it's harder without a beat. So let's see how this goes. What's a follow to a new disciple? What's sad to a suicidal? When you anxious, what's scared? What's depressed to despair? Who cares? Knock knock, who's there? Some shit you ain't dealt with. Way before felt 'em. Playing with felt tips. I used to write on walls and got belted. I stood up to pray when they said I should have knelt it. I couldn't help it. Only child raised eldest. Never stingy nor selfish. When I followed... Never stingy nor selfish. I knew the temperature. They followed, they melted. Famo, my real name's Matt, Black Celtic. No full starts, all hot. You should have recognized the hallmarks. You shouldn't have raised me in the poor parts. You could have known better with your blood clot. Go back to the cupboard where the mugs are. I ain't with all that subpar love star, what for? My KIN, that's who I kill and cut for. When they're gone, that's who I spill a cup for. My Baba, Micaiah, and Ambrose stand close and whisper the codes that man holds. Man knows life's short, on road man's old. Same old problem, I don't like doing what man's told. Oh, I got one more for you. Shout out to Ayo for this though, because I wouldn't have said yes to no one else but Ayo. Still, he's good. Done now. I also shout out to this because I know all the owners of these corporations over there. I feel real comfortable right now. You know the ones like it's real black owned in this motherfucker. Alright. Mommy said that we're going home. I was like, what home? Finsbury Park, that's where I've grown. I was like, 8. The ends, that's all that I know. Nah, mom's real busy and she was always on the phone, ear buzzing. I want to know what she's discussing. She told me that she's talking to my aunties and my cousins and that I don't know them, but I still gotta love them. So now my brain's racing. Excited to see the plane station. Meet my grandfather, have our first conversation. Yeah, I met him before, but before I was 4. That's a long time ago, I can't remember no more. It's nuts. Tomorrow I'll be somewhere hot. Couldn't sleep all night, just turn and toss. My mom said, go home, whatever the cost, because once you know your way home, you can never get lost. Just got off the plane. Everything looked strange. She's smiling like, son, look how far we came. Elders tell me that I've grown, but my face ain't changed, or I'm still racking my brain to remember their names. Hadn't seen my grandfather. He was exiled, stuck in West Africa. Hadn't seen him for a while. But with my family, it's either our way or the hard way, so we snuck him over the border through Zimbabwe. As a youth man, I didn't even know the deep stakes. I was just happy to see my grandmother's sweet face. Kept him moving, only spent a couple days in each place, got in a couple tight scrapes, but in the end we reached safe. Straight from Joburg to the village we were staying. Collar lockshin, no concrete paving. Poverty-ridden bare youths out playing, and I hear this woman singing, but I don't know what she's saying. When back in 94, just before the first election, I used to roll with my cousin, little Totsy from the section. Little troublemaker skilled in theft and deception. Back then we was just 10, but felt an instant connection. Played out barefoot, my mother wasn't amused. Came home with sunburnt feet covered in cuts and bruises. Like, why should I wear shoes? My cousin don't wear shoes. He got shoes, but he saves them for church and school. They call me English boy. I took it personal. Like, fuck you, I ain't no better or no worse than you. Tin roof shanty town, spanned a couple miles. I couldn't understand the treatment of my family as a child. Had to put stones on graves where they were laying as a mark of respect for the Jews they were paying. Later on, they were singing, some dancing and some praying, and I hear this woman singing, but I don't know what she's saying. Maybe it's welcome home.
Yes. Give it for just Big Ben, not Big Blood Clot, man. I can't say that.
Big Ben, it's just...
Come on.
Blood clots for them.
One more time for Big Ben, please. I like that still. Any questions for Big Ben, please? No? Yeah? Come on, someone give me a question.
How did that feel?
That was fun. I ain't rap for a while.
But poetry.
Yeah.
I ain't poeted for a while still. Ask me the poet questions. Don't ask me the music questions. Go on.
So go on, Arnie.
What does it mean to get your truth out there? What does it mean to just speak your truth in essence, like when you start?
Oh, I can't lie. I think, I don't know, there's nothing more important in it than getting your truth out there and to whoever. Obviously, this is community, but to power, to yourself, your truth is the most important thing.
I like that a lot. I'm taken aback. That's why I'm just looking and soaking it up. Do you know the poem, the last poem you wrote with the images in it? Did anybody who was mentioning it or it was driven for, did they ever hear that piece?
Yeah.
What was their response?
I can't lie. The ones back home, they just like the beat that I had the song on or whatever. But yeah, my mom loved that song. It's one of her favorite ones that I wrote. Yeah, back in the day.
Ben's an artist, yeah? Look out for Big Blood Clot Ben. No, Big Ben, sorry. He's also got a podcast that he did with me, as well as we got Motley in the house over there. OC, you can't see him, but he's in the house. Introduce him afterwards. We've got a lot of heads here. We've got Carl Ramsey, Show Love in the house. Please, 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 before I forget, because he's going to fuck me up and I'm sorry, it's the only time I'm going to swear. Give up for the DJ, please. We got Lawrence Coke in the back as well, my brother. We got a big play called Over the Hedge coming up real soon, coming in November. Please keep your ears and your eyes open for that. Other people I can mention, come on, the family. Big CPT, Big Mac in the building. Come on, family's here. Big Ben, what can we see from you next, sir?
I'll be at the next night here watching other poets. That's when you see me next. And I'm local, innit? You've seen me in the street, say Wagwan. I won't spud you or nothing, but I'll say Wagwan, I'm not on that.
Next, the poet behind the mic. The poet comes to the stage is Cat. Yeah! Come on! That's what I'm talking about. Give it up.
Thank you. Thanks, guys. Very warm welcome. I'm going to show you two pieces. They're two of my absolute favorite pieces that I've ever written. And I feel okay saying that because I feel like you should love the art that you create. You were once so small. But now you tower over most, not in stature, but in wit. Nobody else in the world knows how the dry, crumbling earth tasted, the earth with which we lined our stomachs, spoons scraping the bottom of the bowl, setting our teeth on edge. Nobody knows exactly what I mean when I raise my eyebrows at my lap. But you do, because you were there, doing the same, our eyes making brief peripheral contact under the watchful gaze of the same vengeful gods, this gesture undetectable to anyone but us. We speak our own tongue, a hurried, inaccessible babble of clicks and squeaks, yelps and whines, looks and movements, words who already exist, but mean 1,000 other things in our unreachable corner of the world. For it was by the hand of these vengeful gods that we found each other, that we were made, that we were crushed and built and crushed again in ways respectively unique, but entirely the same. We share eyes, hair, blood, and wounds. Identical in size and depth, but vastly different shapes. I cannot heal yours. Nor can you heal mine, but you can see them. And I can cry a river here and float down it on my back, because we are the only ones who see how this hand that feeds could have just as easily swatted us away like flies. We are the only ones who can soothe the colossal infant who fills this fetid house from corner to corner. We are the ones who grew up playing Russian roulette, jumping the last 4 stairs, playing hopscotch to avoid the eggshells, and waving hello to the neighbors through a window this big. You know how it is, I say, to which you smile and nod because you do. I wish to God you didn't, but you really, truly fucking do. Because we're cut from the same ragged, dirty cloth just used to clean up messes we didn't make and to dress wounds from wars we didn't start, that maybe we can finish. After all, you are a peacemaker, a creature of closed hands but open heart, your voice quiet but still somehow able to cut through the din. How were you once so small, so erratic, thrashing and scratching because you didn't yet have the words? You are the greatest thing to rise from the ashes of this burnt-out machine. Shrapnel from yesterday's war is embedded in your skin forever, but you grow around it. We're out at sea, you and I, in this same little raft together, paddling luxuriously now that the storm has passed, sharing stories, all of which we already know, inside out, back to front. Horror stories, epics, farces, stories for which you just kind of had to be there. And boy, we fucking were. But we no longer fear the wrath of the vengeful gods who put us here. Because now we know anger is born out of fear. Fear from the child who shrieks for its mother. Fear from the child who climbs the walls to get away. Fear from the child who became God just to feel big and good and kind and loved without limit. The child who we rock to sleep while our arms buckle under its weight, who throws a fit when we don't bend and break to show it how much it matters, who keeps us up at night screaming its throat roar. Yes, now the gods are small, pink, defenseless creatures, whom we may pick up in our arms, or from whom we may simply walk away. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to. I'm just trying to build suspense, okay? I'm in an abusive relationship with a girl, which I guess is kind of cool and subversive. A girl who is the very picture of imprudence in a fistfight with intellect. She holds herself hideously, indulges in her idiocy, and she picks at me fastidiously, and yet here I stay, hunched over on her sofa, in her kitchen, at her sink. Here I live, a collage of versions of her, and here I will die. Not a breath my own, every inhale having once passed her lips first, sullied as it whistles through that ever-widening gap in her front teeth. There is no getting away from this one. It's the little stuff, mostly. For one, she has no patience. She wants it all, and she wants it now. Ask her what. She can't even tell you. All she knows is that it's taking too long, and you're doing it all wrong, and fucking hell, go sit down, I'll do it myself if you're just going to piss about with it like an idiot. Sorry. Sorry, love. Sorry, I suck. I love you. You're perfect. Let me take care of you. Let me wash your hair, make you a cup of tea, roll you a cigarette. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. And hey, your skin's looking a bit... Has your left eye always drooped like that? Personally, I don't think you need to eat today. God, she takes such good care of me. She makes sure I get to bed at a strict, healthy hour of 3 a.m. and wakes me up at 8 and doesn't let me nap because I stayed up so late. It's my fault I'm tired. It's me. I create all the problems in my life. I don't deserve the soft embrace of blankets bathed in morning sunlight. She brushes my teeth for me, scrubs my gums until they bleed, scolding me all the while for letting myself get so dirty. I'm such a bad kid, but she brushes my teeth for me. And I take good care of her too. I dote on her so utterly it's nothing short of motherly. I'm diligent. I don't let her make stupid mistakes. I brand her when she messes up. But it doesn't work. She doesn't learn. She's no good. She can't learn. It doesn't work. No matter how long I make her sit cross-legged until her back and hips and knees shriek a strangled 3-part harmony, it doesn't work. She doesn't know how lucky she is. She takes for granted how difficult it is to love her. It's a toil. It's a graft. It's almost too much to ask. And I put the work in, not because I'm up to the task, but because I am stuck with her. And she is stuck with me. And that's about as tragic as it is funny. I guess, in a way, it's sort of lovely having someone who knows I'm ugly but still wants to fuck me, and after everything still trusts me. Escaping her would be a permanent solution. One that I'm not even sure I really want. Because, like, okay, I guess there's more I could be doing. I could be more attentive, romantic, not abandon her every time something just dangerous enough to be exciting comes along. I guess maybe my bruises would fade if I were just nicer. If I let her breathe. Let her sleep. Let her eat. I don't know. I guess she's not that bad. Like, maybe I could learn to live with her if I absolutely have to. I guess I could. I can. I will. Thank you.
One more time for Kat, please. Well done, well done, well done. That was amazing. I like that. I like it. Look, what is what's your inspiration?
Well, a lot of stuff sort of comes out from journaling for me. I like to journal. I like to vomit onto the page, not like physically, but like I like to just vomit stuff out, and it just sort of becomes this, which is fun.
It's nice.
End of answer. Thank you.
Does anyone out there have a question for Kat? Okay, go on, Fox, and then Ryan.
When did you get out of a toxic relationship with yourself?
I haven't. Thank you for asking. I'm working on it. I am. I really am. I'm letting myself sleep now, so. Thank you. Thank you.
Ryan.
How long have you been writing for?
Seriously writing? Probably since I was like 18. Testing out on my test audience over here. My best friend, Amy, in the front row. She's amazing. She's like, you know, hyped me up for years. So, yeah. Cool. Any, yeah? Am I good? Am I done?
No, you're not good. You're amazing. Well done. No, I really enjoyed that. Well done for coming up. It's not easy to be on stage, guys, yeah? There's people in the audience who are poets, they know how it is. You can see from some of our body language how it is. Myself, if you was aware, I was sweating like, for want of a better phrase, a slave at the beginning. I was just sweating proverbially because of my nerves. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you. That's Kat, the pipe behind the mic. Okay, we have 2 more poets for you tonight. Audience, I'm so happy you're here to share this with us. And it's nice because people in life have got all sorts of things. Grass Clark. Sorry, excuse my French. All sorts of things going on. But right now, when you're in here, you're detached from whatever's going on in your life and enjoy what's going on in here. When you go outside, you go back to it, whatever it may be. On that note, it was one of my one of my family members' birthday yesterday. So we're going to sing happy birthday to him. He didn't know this was going to happen, but it's going to happen right now. You got a track there for me, we'll just sing it a cappella. Oh. Okay then. How you not got cotton buds in that? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear wizard, aka Chris Mack from our company. This one here. Happy Happy birthday. All the candles go out to you. Come on, 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 come on. No, make a wish, make a wish.
Yes.
My man, take your cake, you know, that's your cake, you know, take your cake. Woo! No, thank you, man. Love you, bro. Love you, bro. Well done. Thank you for all the stuff you do for me and the family. I love all you guys in the room. If I don't know you, I've got love for you. Get to know me more and I love you more, but Lawrence Cole, big axe in the back. Come on, man. Where's Ramsey's gone? We got Martley. We got CJ here. I don't start naming, please. Momo, you, Reach. We got to give up for DJ, please. Don't forget the DJ, yeah? Cool. There's so much more people in the room. Arnie.
Can you say his name? DJ.
DJ C Double. Sorry. DJ C Double.
What's that about? You know, like I ain't got.
I'm sorry. See what happens, right? All right, cool. We got 2 more prizes for you tonight. Sorry about that. If I forgot your name, sorry. Let me know and I'll say it. Luke behind the bar. Fox Jackson here. Don't remember you guys, but you guys are lovely at the front. Can't remember your names, but you're absolutely lovely. Right, fantastic. So, oh yeah, my man Big Lex. You know, Big Lex in the house. Come on, the vulnerable warrior. Big up for Lex in the house. Come on. We've got time to play at the end. We've got 2 more prizes for you. But before that, aha. If falling down's an accident, laying down is a choice. You need to shut the fuck up with all that self-pity. Nah, speak up, talk. I want to hear your voice. We all face challenges. Challenge them. Make a disadvantage an advantage. Fight and live. Or die slowly. Choice is yours. Fuck knocking, I'm kicking down doors. Go for it. You'll end up with more. If you listen closely, you'll not only hear, but you'll know the score. There are ones that like to see you down. They smile when you frown. It's a movie, it's a book, it's a song. You have to steal your happiness. Be a crook, a king or a queen, not a pawn. Have a plan. Don't be part of someone else's. Know what your worth is. Take the bull by the horns. Don't let it ruin your china shop. Hold the rose at the top. Avoid the thorns. Let the glass be half full instead of half empty. There's no shame in falling. As a kid, we fall plenty. Never stay down. Be like a kid. Treat the world as your playground. Pull back the curtains. Take a look. If falling down's an accident, laying down's a choice. Choose to win, not lose. Write a book. Let the world hear your voice. Hold on for the ride. Claim first place and take your prize. Start so early that you surprise. Simply remember, you're amazing. You're fantastic. You're resilient and strong. If falling down's an accident, laying down is a choice. So, don't stay down too long. Next, the poet behind the mic is Arnie the Beta. Come on, give it up. You don't want the mic, do you? No, you don't want the mic. He's going to do a cappella. Please, I want silence out there, please, because he's not using the mic. This guy's amazing. I've seen him in so many different places. We talk about what he does afterwards. Get him.
Can you be loud and clear? Can you hear me? No. Around the back? No, okay, I'm going to use the mic. We should spot the team. Can you hear me? Hear it? Alright, can you hear me at the back?
Use the mic, man. Use the mic.
I'm a very theatrical poet anyways, so yeah. I got 2 poems for you and hopefully 3 if I got enough time anyways. My first piece is going to be a political one, and it's about how we don't get to choose our leaders in this nation. You know, we're supposed to be this democratic nation, holding the standard to the world, but we never got to choose our leaders for the past 4 years. And this is called The Leader of the Lesser Evil. It's my predominantly powerful poem anyways on political stanzas anyways. So does anyone believe in the conservatives? Yeah, of course. So yeah, this is a trigger warning to anyone who believes in the conservatives anyways, but yeah, after Tories. Yeah, I did go in. This is why my poetry turns into journalism, because I only want to talk about the relevance. On August 26th last year, I witnessed the whole nation take a massive elegance. Leaders who believe in their own benevolence. But listen, every time you hear a diss, agree. Because how long are we going to be caned in this governed system? Until we're able to realize with our real eyes, democracy diminished by the real lies. Let's get it together, people. Why does the leader of a nation have to be the choice of the lesser evil? I'm feeling deceived when policymakers turn into fakers when they say they'll drive a whole nation with all this motivation, then crash, make the U-turns. But the only difference in the making is that you burn. when they make the proposition until they get into a proper position, but you have to pay for the admission. And they're suffering for all the you less emissions. And then you ask the question, you put the keys to the ignition. But that's why Master won in their cynicism. But guess what? They send the system. When the ministers administer the sinister poison and words infuse their mind. Just because their name is trust doesn't mean you're the one we confined in. Mistrust. How do I live? Trust in your conservative. Full of right-wing militias in your preservative. This misinformed, she's the former secretary. But any foreign topic is either fashionable and unnecessary. And Rishi, making the economy washy. Former economist, you made me a pessimist because you're prejudiced. Each and every pledge you diss. The poor, forgive the rich another band A. That's 100 grand. B, man, your betrayal's hard to inhale. C, man, you lead us in hell. And your idea to endear to the police by chilling at Morley's? Because of you, the price of chicken has gone up so sorely. But pardon my stereotypical lyrical residual, I'm just hoping eat out to help out the reciprocal. And that could really feed the poor. But when you're the leader of the lesser evil and you're trying to reduce handouts, I guess the less is more. But I guess they got money for war but can't feed the poor. But listen, I was looking forward to part 2 of the voucher. But voucher, look at the price of inflation. But I guess any eaten ale, any of his relation, no be affected. Because man, these can't done with the funds. Now I mean these government bodies using people as condoms. I guess it means they're personally protected. Man, I said voucher, condom, Groupon. Well, none of y'all got a message. This is how I penetrate. I'm looking for a leader of greater goods. I'm just trying to make this count. But why are we not disappointed? I mean, we should be rolling our London eyes. I've seen some of these former Shell employees becoming Shell leaders, leave the Shell cases for those they perceive as bottom feeders. But I suppose they only perceive us as bottom feeders once the leaders to bleed us dry. But that's why all these eaten heirs and royalties got me thinking we're not created equal. All these suited Johns and Tens thinking the party legends for deceiving the ordinary people. John, legend, ordinary people, listen to the same wedding treatment as sheeple. But that had me argue the DJ for many years for playing the same mix. Because how many times you shuffle a playlist in the cabinet, we always happen to listen to the same tricks. But I'm not trying to get a blue buried. I'm just looking for a leader of greater goods. At least the nation could be run as it should. I'm just looking for that we can all someone that we can all cherish, someone who's all cherry, and that's just the fruition of thought. But maybe someone like the Minister Farrakhan who doesn't fear the cons, because the rich leading the poor is sent to the longest marathon. I am gone. Thank you. Part 1. This next piece, it hit home to me when I heard that one of Ayo's close friends had passed away, Warren. This is one of my most powerful poems because each and every line has a second or third meaning to it. It's called Man On. It managed to help me win a competition a few months back. Do you guys like Marvel? Do you like DC? So imagine meshing the two together, and it's just talking about the things that men go through, how men are not able to succeed to this high expectation that society puts upon them. And when I say man on, it's there's an issue coming away in the field, what you hear in football, man on, innit? Something's coming away. So if this piece is called Man On, and this is how it goes down. My name is Arnie the Beta. I pen problems with the fingers and tips that I was blessed with. Know that every single beta out there is a product that's continuously tested. But when my pen is in the highest working order, they all say that this is the finished product that you shouldn't have messed with. So yeah, I got some Hulk in my poise. And I could have been a Black Panther that was Captain America for using his voice. But right now he's standing here using that poetry shielding the freedom of choice. Listen. I hate the way to encourage a man in this society is to tell him to man up. But all society ever did is try to bring the man down. I hate the way you could say men are trash. Somehow it's a universal message that's so well renowned. But no one ever deeped the collateral damage. Somehow a rubbish quote became something so profound. I mean, not every guy could be most wanted. But somehow they've been Laden till they've been lined up. But I didn't realize they've been through things. But if I had to tell you what that guy's been through, I'd probably holler graphic things. But as you hear it, you either remain paralyzed or remain vindictive and say it's a paralyzed. Listen, I hate how society clumps guys into a group. Good or bad, these exes factored men into one group. And then the Simon of Simona says they have to move in one direction, hell. But I'm hoping the only way is up. But then my mind continues to trickle down, because the world continues to despise a man, but he didn't know he's in his own web, with the mood swinging, hoping for that Mary Jane for comfort. But I guess even in his own homecoming, there's still no way home. But like Spider-Man, there was a time in my life when I was looking for a doctor to change my time. Multiverse, let me take you to a place these eyes land where time forgot. A 16-year-old going through therapy, allowing his doctor to see his dead diary. Yeah, I didn't know I was going through such a stage. I couldn't remain silent or been enraged, because I allowed my doctor to see my dead diary, and she said there was too much venom on this page. Boy, I could have caused a life of carnage. So I was looking at my doctor strange, because even back then I realized I had a better role. I'd rather pen my problems as opposed to stabbing souls, and that's real. That's real. But I guess that time in my life I didn't have an Uncle Ben with an uncle's pen who could tell me with great power comes great responsibilities. But then I looked at my hands. These fantastic forces, I realized I can make a paranormal activities. So yeah, I could have been the best ghostwriter. But if I believed in myself back then, I could have kept my lights up. By that time in my life, I may not have an Uncle Ben with an uncle's pen. But I realized like a caveman, you can still evolve, turn the wheel, and make the fire work in the den. But no one ever deeped the evolution. In therapy, I found a solution. I went from Jose Mourinho prefer not to speak to open mics and to practice what I preach. And I was looking at the future like Hawkeye. I think I became an optimist. Prime, I hit and streamed every opportunity, and oh boy, I never missed. But I already deeped my own endgame as a man. I couldn't avenge how my heart felt. I thought I could be the best chocolate rapper, but I knew my little Kevin Hart would melt. Listen, I already deeped my own endgame as a man. I mean, does every guy in this life aspire to be like Tony? You know, either a genius or billionaire or playboy or philanthropist? Then it starts to me. If every guy is supposed to be the Iron Man, you have a hole in your chest where your heart's supposed to be. And not every man is made to still. I mean, life could be a dead pool, so I'm only trying to keep it real. These days, you can't even Superman up because of his own kryptonite. And if I was to break down kryptonite, a man's biggest weakness is that he can't even cry in his own kryptonite. Because of all that Aquaman, he's too worried that his tears would jerk him, drowning in his own sorrow. And not everyone could afford therapy, so they'd have to go creative. Think Aloe Black, I need $1 I can borrow. But that's why you never hear about a man who's choked up. Because emotionally speaking, he's unable to unravel his emotions and he's already choked up. But the worst part is, any of you guys can easily be that man. You know, a dark night in the cave. A black sun living in darkness. But I guess only a Stevie can wonder what I'm talking about. But that's why I'm trying to spend my days trying to better me. Through my words, I'm trying to better you. I'm trying to be a better man and have a better plan. And I'm trying to be better than. And flip that V to the side. I'm trying to be better than whatever's on the other side of the better than. But listen, I may not have a leg to stand on, but I still want a legacy, a foundation of equality that no one could drown on. And I may not have a leg to stand on, but in this life's pitch, I'm a defender. And I'm just trying to tell everyone to please, man on. Let us all play ball together. Let us all play in this life in equality together. But I guess, you know what? It's not the kind of poem an Amber Heard, because I only ever gave it Johnny Depp. Thank you. Arnie the Debater, thank you.
Listen. What did? Oh man, I'm sorry. It's all love, man. Like, who he's dedicated this to? Something's happened. It's really sad. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it too much, but yeah, about Warren. It's really sad. It's like it happens. It can happen to anybody. It's a lot. It's a lot. Turn off the mic like that. Thank you. Huh? Okay, I'm directors. So here? Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes. Don't cover that part. Don't cover the mic too. The board thing at the top. Hold it with your pinky.
We good?
A little bit higher up.
You know better shut up. Listen. No, listen, let's get serious. That piece was amazing. Both your pieces were good. Like, I enjoyed both of them. The last one touched me, as I'm sure it touched a lot of people out there. Like, if you're a man in the room, you know, like, you've gone through things. It is what it is. People talk about black men's mental health and loads of different things, but the reality is, it's fucking hard. It's hard. Whoever you are, it's hard. What happened to Warren is sad. You know what I'm saying? If you know him, it's my friend of mine. He took his life. It was very sad. Arnie, thank you so much for that piece. Like, where did you get that from? I have to ask you, because this is your time on the stage. Like, we're rest in peace. We're going to talk more about him at a later date. But where did you get that from? Where did you get that from, please? Yeah, how did you? It's like it was just so intricate. The way it's built together, and it's like you had me on the edge at every piece. There wasn't a part of that poem where you lost me. The last one, you never lost me the first one, but it wasn't a part where you lost me. It's like I was listening, and then you just lifted me up again and again and again. And I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people in the room. There was stuff we were just touching and stuff. How did you do that, or where did it come from?
Yeah, so there's a turbulent occasion. I always tell people last year about how I went through something like a summer meltdown, and it was just like we always go through, as poets, as artists, you know, we go through this whole like imposter syndrome, thinking that you can never amount to something. And I was just going through a time when I was assessing other people's works, you know, and generally I tend to hear things like, you know, how men are trash or how men are disgusting, you know. I'm not looking for like a gender war or anything like that, but it's like you always hear about like, you know, like ladies, like I love you to bits. Like it's like I hate what you go through, you know, like the men who just like create all these terrible things in your life, and it just causes you to have this sort of experience that, yeah, you want to shed light and the truth out there, but it's like not every guy is supposed to be out there like that. Well, like as soon as men go on to hear this, especially debaters, you know, like the people who feel like they can never amount to anything, you know, it's just like they hear this sort of thing and they just feel like, you know, I'll do anything in this world to just like to adore and appreciate like a woman or a queen for how she is. But like as soon as you hear about like all these abusive men and stuff like that out there, not every single guy is out there like that. So, you know, I was going to like do a piece that was going to contest to that. Like suicidal rates for men especially is like it's on a high calibers, and it's in a very alarming rate. There's charities held up for such a thing. But I don't want anyone to die in general. You know, we know brothers, uncles, fathers who've lost their lives to suicide and stuff like that. And I'm just saying to everyone to please, you know, live in this life in equality together. I know that's what the piece is all about, and that's what it amounts to.
Yes. Powerful. Yeah, man. Thank you. Why did you? I can't even. You just got me, brother. I didn't even. Any questions from outside, please? Anyone? No questions, no? I can't hear you. Tissues, just tissues. So Arnie, thank you so much, man. Seriously, I'm stuck for words, man. Serious. It was like it really touched me, bro. Seriously, no, thank you so much, Arnie, man. Arnie the Debater. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Please.
I just want to give a special plug in. I've got a headline tomorrow in Hoxton. If you want to like get involved and speak to me about it. We're doing two for £10 tickets. It's up in Hoxton, GG Hoxton Square. So if you want to get involved, if you want to be on the open mic and that event, it's one of my favorite events in London. Also, one of my favorite workshops here, Elevate to Art. You know, it's happening on the 20th of May. You can find out with my man Lex, who's sitting around the back. He's going to be up next anyways to talk all about that. But yeah, peace out, everyone. Thank you for listening to my piece. Honored. Thank you.
Come on. Arnie the Debater, my G, come on. And it's real like that. If you're going through anything, because this is going out online as well, if you're going through anything, reach out to your friends, talk to someone, like look for some help, because it's not easy. Like just try and reach out to someone, please. Whew. Lex, the vulnerable warrior, please come up to the stage. Give him more than that, because if you don't, you're going to pick me up. I don't want to pick me up, please. Give him some.
Have you got a stand?
No
mic stand. I like my hands to be free.
Wait. Oh, we got the stand. No, give me the mic, man. I'm not scared of you. What are you talking about? Yeah, a minute ago he was like, hold like this, hold like that. He was on me, hold like this, hold like. Hold the mic, sir. You don't need a stand.
I like my hands to be free, and this ceiling's a bit short, you know. Like, okay, yeah, this bit here. I wasn't even meant to be doing this today, but I'm happy to do this and share. And staying on the vulnerability side of things, I'm gonna do a song which it's probably my most vulnerable piece, because it goes back to when I was a teenager and kind of witnessed something happen in my family. And it's only in the last couple of years that I don't cry when I think about this moment. And I haven't really spoke about it. I've shared the piece, but I haven't really spoken about where it's come from. So it's come from a really deep place. And I'm gonna sing. You can hate me tomorrow, just love me now. If you don't know how, hate me tomorrow. You can hate me tomorrow. Just hug me now. If you don't know how, hate me tomorrow. In a short life, I've spent a long time being a man, growing up fast, carrying trauma people older wouldn't pick up, let alone put down. Deciding to be strong for my sister and mum as I watched their fairy tale eviscerate, decimated the remainder of my boyhood. A boyhood already yearning for safety in dungeons of stolen innocence. I wouldn't change what I did. Looking back, I would change what was done. In one fell coup into my soiled teenage psyche, an aversion to lies was patterned and sown. Now I see lies in the distance before spoken, see them dancing on the skin of commuters and travelers. They have a smell and presence, reducing wealth to homelessness and respect to apathy. I see through brick and bone, mannerism and tone. People become apparitions even over the phone. I've tried to explain my aversion to no avail or immersion. Believing it's mind games, they proceed to play mind games. To myself, I am devoted. You can hate me tomorrow. Just love me now. If you don't know how, hate me tomorrow. You can hate me tomorrow. Just hug me now. If you don't know how, hate me tomorrow. There's power. Do you see it? An older man said as I walked by, then proceeded to regale all of the things he admired about me. How I floated, not walked. How I was big because I never made other people feel small. How I kept myself to myself, unless. Plus he liked my way with the ladies. Hiding behind cans of special brew, he had been watching me come and go, battling PTSD, PTSS, nurturing a child, floating with death. He didn't have the particulars, but he soared through my turmoil to reveal my grain, swept up my dust, picked up my shavings, handed them to me, soothing my shame. He didn't, I knew I shouldn't have. Hold 1 second, guys, because this last bit, I haven't memorized it yet. All right, give me 2 secs. Yeah, man, click, 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 click away. All right. He didn't have the particulars, but he soared through my turmoil to reveal my grain, swept up my dust, picked up my shavings, handed them to me, soothing my shame. There was no dancing, no smell, he was clean, his wealth evident. I respected his brick and bone mannerisms and tone. He phased into view, and right before I touched him, I heard the flutter of feathers and knew. You can hate me tomorrow. Just love me now. If you don't know how, hate me tomorrow. You can hate me tomorrow. Just hug me now. If you don't know how, please hate me tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Lex. Yeah. What was the reason you started writing poetry?
When did I start writing poetry? Yeah, what's the reason you started writing poetry? What's the reason? I have no reason. I didn't even know I was writing poetry. You know what I mean? But this is the good piece for poetry, innit?
What's that?
Like how men step on their toes when they're next to me, like get on their toes and want to be taller. No, I feel like my thing, I used to rap back in the days and I gave it up and then it evolved into poetry. I think in about 2017, but I didn't know it was poetry. I was just writing stuff, getting stuff out of my head, things that was inspiring me in my life. And it was usually based on the people in my life. And then last year I shared a piece in August last year and boom, I found out I was doing poetry. Boom.
Let me ask you a question, because we can go to this, because we're talking on mental health and how men feel and what's going on. How does it feel to let go of this stuff? Because I know this is the reason I do it, to let go of certain things. And no one can't tell me nothing. I can say whatever I want to say, and it just comes out. How does it feel for you to let go of stuff? Sorry I didn't ask you that question, man. I want to see you tomorrow, so I'll grab some tickets from you, so I'll ask you that tomorrow.
Right, to let go of stuff. to give ourselves the permission to let go of stuff. I think that's what it's about, actually, because I didn't even know I could let go of this stuff. And for many, 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 many years, I walked around being that stereotypical hard man who didn't show no emotions and kept all of that turmoil and craziness inside until, I'll be real with you, going way back to 1996, I was like on the verge of breaking down. I was like, I need to get help. At least I had the foresight to be like, go and get help. And I actually went to the doctor and said, listen, I need help. And I got referred to mental health services when I was 25 years old. And at that point, I'd suffered around 15 years of trauma, one thing after the other, but didn't know it was trauma because we didn't have that language back then. I just knew I was dying inside. And on the outside, oh, you're so strong, you're so strong, you're so strong. But I was, yeah, it was like, inside was like a desolate land. And that was one of the best things I ever did, was go and get that help. And 2 years of just going to therapy, man. That's the only reason I'm here today, to be honest. Straight up.
We got any questions from the audience to this gentleman, please? You're very quiet. No questions. You didn't ask him why he's so big. Go on, at the back there, what are you telling me? Go on, what's the question, sir? You put your hand up. You just came in and his face and go on. Yeah, it's love, bro. We're all men. You got something you got to get off your chest. Express, bro. Yeah, go. Who's here? Go ahead. I can't hear you. Speak up, sir. Don't worry, it's okay, brother. It's good. It's okay, brother. Thank you for being here still. Love.
Putting your hand around it.
All right, take the mic.
No, it's not. Jem wanted to ask you.
Yeah, go on, Jem.
Did you get your hug?
Did I get my hug? No, Ayo just came up and didn't hug me, did he? Yeah. He didn't even hug me, man. It's meant to be my brother, you know. Like, I'm going to come down and get my hugs from everybody, yeah? All right.
Make sure don't pick you up when he hugs you, because he likes to do some mad thing when he hugs you, man. Listen, you guys, I thank you all for tonight. It's been amazing. Please stay. The social on the wall just over there, just behind that wall. Everyone who's performed tonight is social up there except for Leicester's. Please talk to Leicester. We've got Arnie's on stage tomorrow. We'll be back here next month on the 3rd Sunday of the month. Elevator Art is this guy's platform. 20th of May. Please mix and mingle. We've got another hour in the venue. Thank you so much from Kat, Arnie the Baiter, Arcadia, Leicester, Djembe Poetry, and I'll do Cat first. I said Cat first. Big Ben, big blood clot, Ben in the house. Come on. I love to all my other family like Muttley. Yeah. I'm really bad with names. You know who you are.
He really isn't good with the names today, is he? He's flopping hard with the names.
You know what it is? I'm happy everyone's here. And please, if you've got any problems, share. It's good to talk. Thank you for coming, man. God bless you. Please be here next time. Thank you so much. What's all right? Wait. Please give it up for the DJ. C double before he kills me. Give up the DJ and my family right here. Remember, my family. Can you say it? Let's say it together. GCP Global C Productions. Come on. Thank you. Mixed mingle by Jinx, wherever.